My great pleasure to be here to have an air dialogue with my peer from India, Dr. Vasali Vasavada. Her first question to me is that what made me pursue ophthalmology as my lifelong career? In my place, this was quite a cliche. When I was graduated from high school, that was nearly 30 years ago, my parents' advice about my future was doctor or teacher may be a good job for a girl. You see, the sex was taken into consideration even then. Between these two options, I chose to apply to medical university. While I was studying in medical school, I was not sure about what kind of doctor I would be, but surgeon definitely, because I was good at hand-on skills. When I was cycled around different departments during my internship, I was enchanted by the delicacy of the eye surgery under microscope. It was so clean and elegant, not as messy and bloody as the other surgery at all. The eyeball was like a universe to me. It was so beautiful, mysterious, without limitation and its exploration everlastingly. It is still the same to me even now. There was a saying, to send people rose, the hand leaves lingering fragrance. Then how about bring brightness to the others every day? It feels super good. When the patient got his vision back on the other day of my first successful cataract surgery, his happiness makes me happy too, and fulfilled as well. And at that moment, I knew that ophthalmology will be my lifelong career.
My personal warm greetings to all of you. And it is my privilege and honor to be part of this dialogue with Professor Ma. And I thank the entire AGVC team for this brilliant initiative. Today, I am particularly happy to be part of this series where the questions are not necessarily strictly professional. And therefore, particularly for us women professionals, it really opened my perspective and helped me think better. So I will try and answer what I felt are the best responses to the questions that Professor Ma has put up for me. Well, there have been several moments in my career which have been very influential in shaping me both as a person and a professional. But I do remember one particular incident very distinctly. This was in my early training days, and I was training with my mentor, who is also my father. Now, this incident involved the parents, a very young couple with their firstborn child who came with a congenital cataract. And the way my mentor dealt with these patients, the way he talked to them, he dealt with their anxiety, their fears, what are the treatment options, what to expect, and how we will help them as a partner in their treatment as a lifelong process. I think that is something that has changed me and made me a different practitioner. I'm now realizing more and more, based on this incident, that we may be an ophthalmologist, we may be a surgeon, but first of all, we are healers. So it is very important that when you practice, you listen to the patient and you talk to them in a way that you don't add to their anxiety. You must help in reducing their fears and anxiety. And then I think all of us are good clinicians. So that combination of being an empathetic doctor, an empathetic person generally, is something that has been very life-changing in my course of practice. And again, as my mentor told me once, that we always need to remember that on the other side of your stethoscope or slit lamp in this case is another individual just like us.
The second question is my message to all our female ophthalmologists. Being a doctor is a lifelong hard job. It's even harder for the female. In the man-dominant world, the woman has many roles to play. You got to be a family-centered wife, a mother capable of everything, and a female doctor ophthalmologist. We still have a career to pursue. According to my own experiences, once I have determined to be a career woman, to be an ophthalmologist, You have to keep moving, no matter fast or slow, at your own pace. Don't compare with the others, especially the male colleagues. They don't have as much distractions from work as the females. They don't need carrying baby in their belly for 9 months, breastfeeding the baby for months or even years. Everyone has their own rhythm. Just keep moving. Catch up with the improvements in your own specialty. Never lie down. Never give up becoming better. And secondly, you got to take good care of yourselves, inside to outside, mentally and physically. As said before, being an ophthalmologist is a lifelong hard job. Keep ourselves at the best state. We can play our different roles best.
Being a lady and being a lady ophthalmologist is really a privilege for us. And I think today we all live in times where we are privileged to be able to work and live life on our own terms. This has not been the case always, and still women face challenges at every step in their families, in the society, at a national level, at a professional level, in order to bloom to their full potential. But what is being done? When I can speak of my own country, India, I must laud the entire government who has taken up this mission, which is translated in English as educate the girl child and encourage the girl child. So it's a national level mission that has been taken up at the grassroots level. The idea is to encourage more and more girls into primary school, into universities, into higher education, and in skill development. So I think the government of India has been doing a fantastic job at a national level in trying to encourage more girls to get into any kind of skill development. If we talk at the level of a society, again, there is a lot of awareness thanks to all the exposure that we have to global media and global, social media. The society is changing. The men, the women, everybody is more driven to encourage women in their own homes, in their own families. So that certain roles which were traditionally considered to be only female-centric, it's not that anymore. Men are sharing equal responsibility and are walking hand in hand with women, not only to allow them to do what they wanted to, but in fact also encouraging them, helping them and pushing them so that they can explore their talents much better. If we talk at a family level, I have always been very fortunate that all the people in my family, the women and the men, have never not only been discouraging, but have actually pushed me and helped me a much better version of myself. But I think it is also credit due to the society as patients in general, who are now more accepting of female caregivers as their primary physicians, as their primary surgeons. And they trust you with their vision, they trust you with their lives. So I think society is changing, families are changing, everybody is working hand in hand, because we do realize that until women will harness their complete potential, maybe in a domestic scenario, maybe in a professional scenario, the society cannot move forward. So I think at every level, not only the women themselves are recognizing their rights and obviously their duties, but the men around us are being tremendously supportive, and the traditional gender discrimination of roles is taking a back seat, which I'm very happy about.
The third question is, which female role, inside or outside ophthalmology, do you think have played a huge role in shaping you as the successful professional you are today? Well, there was no single female role, because there are too many brilliant women who have gotten extraordinary achievements in their own fields. All of them prove that the females can do as well as the males, even better. If you ask me who have played a huge role in shaping me to be who I am now, My answer would be all the female colleagues around me. In China, we say, women hold up half the sky. It means that Chinese women are as capable as men. In other surgery departments, usually there are more male surgeons than female surgeons. It is on the contrary in ophthalmology department. The female doctors do the 70% or more of the work. Their intelligence, hardworking, and their achievements inspire me working harder. Catch up with the progresses of the whole team, never left behind. So bit by bit, I got where I am today.
Well, if I were to say who inspired me to choose ophthalmology as my lifelong career, my female inspiration, I would not hesitate to say that it is my mother and my grandmother who lived with us. None of them were medical professionals, but I think that was not the point. I was always motivated to do ophthalmology, and looking them in their daily lives, being so dedicated to everything that they did, be it taking care of the family, be it in their roles outside the homes. They were very dedicated to each and every cause. And also they have been a huge source of encouragement and motivation for me at every step when I may have been uncertain or may have faltered. So I think these have been my role models who have helped me go ahead unabashedly in my career in ophthalmology.
The fourth question is, what are the most exciting innovations in ophthalmic practice that you are looking for in the next 5 years? Well, in my opinion, that would be telemedicine, depending on the developments in high-speed internet, wearable devices, mobile monitoring. Telemedicine will become more popular in ophthalmic practice. Telemedicine can benefit the aging population enormously, who has difficulty and dangers in traveling to hospital, especially during the post-COVID eras, for they are more vulnerable to the COVID-19. They can get professional advices without leaving their home. And telemedicine can help the ophthalmologist a lot as well, like teleconsultation, virtual conference, online continuing education courses, give us a lot of opportunity to learn from the colleagues all around the world. Maybe in the soon future, the young doctors can learn to do the surgery by VR techniques, just like we didn't know that the smartphone can do so much 10 years ago.
Now, if we talk of achievements, I must say that I really haven't achieved that much. But if there is one thing I want to share, my professional thoughts, I think I want to highlight the importance of incorporating some degree of research into your professional life, into your daily life or career. Now, this research may be basic research or it may be clinical research. But doing that as a daily activity, or if not daily, as a routine activity, has tremendously helped me. How? Number one, it gets me thinking. So my lateral thinking has expanded. Number two, it keeps me up to date of the advances that are happening not only in our particular subspecialty, but also as a general specialty. And number three, it gives me the opportunity to interact with my junior colleagues, with colleagues from other departments like statistics or life sciences, or sometimes other medical specialties. And that really opens up my perspective, and I'm able to translate this into better patient care. So if there is one thing I would want to share or really recommend to everybody, it is that try to incorporate any small degree of research, slowly build upon it, and this will be a huge asset to you as you go forward in your careers.
The last question is, how would you describe your partnership with the AGVC? Uh, AGVC is Air Global Vision Care. We unite to empower. In the past several years, the AGVC did a great job in bridging the domestic air ophthalmologist with the abroad peers. Of course, this is only part of their contributions. Many international famous ophthalmologists were invited to give lectures about the most interested topic on the AGVC platform regularly. This offered us a precious chance to communicate directly with these ophthalmology icons. I believe that we all learned a lot from these lectures. It is more helpful during the pandemic era for the difficulty in attending abroad a conference in person. And this dialogue program, we can communicate with the international counterpart directly, virtually. It is inspiring to know that their allies around the globe are fighting for the vision health of the human being together. When I first joined the ophthalmology 30 years ago, the WHO had a slogan, by 2020, set for everyone. So it is 2022 now. I think the site for everyone, no matter poor or rich, is still the destination of all of the ophthalmologists.
Well, when we talk of what is the most important or the most interesting thing I found about cooperating with AGVC, I must say that it is both an honor and a pleasure to have been associated with AGVC in these last couple of years. Unfortunately, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the physical interactions are not as much as we would all like. But I think I must congratulate AGVC, particularly on the ongoing virtual education and constant motivation that they have been providing to the entire team, bringing in experts on each subject from within and outside the country. So really, it's a pleasure for me to be part of the AGVC team. And I look forward to many more fruitful interactions. And it has benefited me as a person, as a professional, but particularly the love and affection that I get from everybody at AGVC. That is something I cherish and I will cherish forever. In the end, I take this opportunity to congratulate every one of you, right from the top management to everybody working with the AGVC team, on completion of 20 successful years. And I hope and I wish that AGVC keeps moving forward with the same enthusiasm, with the same vision and philosophy of being up to date, of being top of the brass in everything that they do. And particularly with global cooperation, there's only a way forward. So congratulations for your 20th anniversary. And again, I wish we can all meet in person much sooner than now. Thank you.